Minecraft 1.20 is here. The Trails and Tales update has added new biomes, new mobs, new structures, and much more. So today I bring you 100 new things that were added in 1.20. Minecraft has brought us a new biome, the Cherry Grove. This biome is uncommon but is populated by these cherry blossom trees. Minecraft players finally have their pink biome. The cherry trees look like this and are rather unique compared to other trees. You can see small petals floating around from its leaves, which really adds a lot to the atmosphere. The Cherry Grove also brings a new log type. Chop those cherry trees as they can be crafted down into planks and all the other wood related blocks. You can also harvest the leaves like any other tree to obtain the cherry blossom sapling. I'll definitely be planting cherry trees at my base, I mean who wouldn't? Pink petals are a plant that can also be found in the Cherry Grove and act like sea pickles and candles. They can be placed up to 4 in any dirt related block. I guess dirt blocks are pretty now, I mean as pretty as they can look. Bamboo has now been expanded as of 1.20 as you're now able to craft bamboo wood from 9 bamboo. Like the cherry wood, bamboo blocks can also be crafted down into other wood related blocks. However, bamboo is different from other wood types as you're only able to craft 2 planks instead of 4. This change was done to counter bamboo's accessibility as you're able to get a lot more bamboo from a drop than regular wood from a tree. Archaeology was originally announced in Minecraft Live 2020 for the 1.17 Caves and Cliffs update. At the time, Mojang decided to scrap this feature, but in 1.20 it's made an amazing comeback with lots of new features. Desert temples, desert wells, and ocean ruins were all updated to now contain archaeology related blocks. The archaeology update also brings a new structure called Trail Ruins, which generates in taigers, snowy taigers, birch forests, and jungles. These structures also spawn exclusive new items, but more on that later. Something about these blocks look a little suspicious. That's right, it's the new suspicious sand and gravel. Suspicious sand can be found in desert temples, desert wells, and warm ocean ruins. Suspicious gravel is a little rarer, only being able to be found in cold ocean ruins and trail ruins. Both of these blocks can be brushed away with the new brush tool to discover a variety of blocks and items. For example, the common loot table from a trail ruin suspicious gravel contains so many random items. I mean, you can find wheat, coal, glass panes, string? What is this? The Desert Temple's loot table is a bit more forgiving. I mean, you can find things like emeralds, diamonds, and even TNT. With that in mind, both suspicious blocks allow you to find rare new items that were added in 1.20. The new items that can be found in these suspicious blocks are pottery sherds, not to be confused with shards. In these suspicious blocks, you can find 20 different pottery sherd designs, with some being very rare while others are more common. For example, the Arms Up pottery sherd has a 25% chance of generating inside suspicious sand in a desert well. The pottery sherds that are called Angler, Blade, Explorer, Mourner, Plenty, Shelter, and Snort all have a 6.7% chance of generating in their respective structure. This makes these pottery sherds the rarest to find in Minecraft, so let me know in the comments if you find one. Once you have collected enough pottery sherds, you'll want to craft them into a new block, which are decorated pots. These pots can be crafted with 4 bricks, but they will be completely plain, so don't bother doing that. Instead, use your collected pottery sherds to craft your pot design, as the side textures will correspond to which sherd you use in the crafting table. For example, you could use a different pottery sherd in each section of the crafting grid for the pot, and each side of that pot will have a different sherd design. But enough about pots and pottery sherds. One of the most interesting items to drop from the archaeology update is the sniffer egg. The sniffer egg can only be found in suspicious sand within a warm ocean ruin structure. It's also really rare, only having a 6.7% chance of generating within the suspicious sand, so have fun finding it. If you do manage to obtain a sniffer egg, be sure to place it down, as after 20 minutes it will hatch, spawning a very cute snifflet. This introduces our first 1.20 new mob, which is the sniffer and the snifflet. Sniffers cannot spawn naturally larvae and are only hatched as snifflets from sniffer eggs. Snifflets will eventually grow up into sniffers, which will have 7 hearts of health and are very slow creatures despite having 6 legs. The main purpose of the sniffer is to sniff out and dig up exclusive unique plant seeds. Sniffers will dig up 2 decorative plants, the torchflower and the pitcher plant. Torchflower seeds are useful as they can be used to breed sniffers, chickens and parrots. When torchflower seeds are planted, they grow in 4 different stages, and the fully grown torchflower can be used to craft orange dye. The only thing that confuses me is why the torchflower doesn't emit light. I mean, I think that was a missed opportunity, to be honest. Picturepods are also found by sniffers and have 5 different growing stages. Once the picturepod fully grows into a pitcher plant, it can be used to craft cyan dye. The picturepod is even more useful in Bedrock Edition as it can be used to breed chickens and tame parrots. A somewhat controversial feature in 1.20 is the update made to the smithing table for netherite upgrades. To upgrade your armor and tools to netherite in 1.20, you need the smithing template, which can only be found in bastion structures within the nether. You can also duplicate the netherite upgrade smithing template by using 7 diamonds and 1 netherrack. It's definitely going to be harder to upgrade your netherite in 1.20, but I think it's a good change because it makes netherites more valuable. Now we come to what's considered the best part of Minecraft 1.20, armor trims. Armor trims are unique patterns that can be applied to your armor. There are 16 different armor trims added, with each trim only being able to be found within their own unique structure. These armor trims can be used in combination with ingots and crystals to make over 616 different armor trim combinations. So it's safe to say players are going to make lots of different armor trim designs for their armor. Now let's briefly talk about how you can find each armor trim within their own unique structure. So the names of the armor trims give you a hint as to where you can find them. For example, the eye armor trim is found in a stronghold with a 10% chance of spawning in an altar chest and a 100% chance of spawning in a library chest. The most difficult armor trim to obtain are the ward and silence armor trims. Both trims can be found in ancient city chests, with the ward trim having a 5% chance of spawning, while the silence trim only has a 1.2% chance of spawning. This makes the silence armor trim the rarest armor trim to find, and of course it spawns in the most dangerous structure, making it even harder to get. The most unique armor trim in Minecraft is the Tried, as it can only be dropped by an Elder Guardian with a 20% chance. Mojang have finally given players a reason to seek out ocean monuments and face Elder Guardians, because this armor trim is pretty cool. Do you enjoy traveling in your Minecraft world with your friends? Well, I proudly present to you all 1.20's second newest mob, which is the Camel. The Camel is the perfect companion for you to use, as they can take up to 2 players, and unlike a horse, camels don't actually need to be tamed. You will, however, need a saddle to ride them, so make sure you have one of those on hand. Camels will naturally spawn in desert biomes, and they have 16 hearts of health, so they're quite the tanky mob. Camels will also follow players around if they are holding cacti, which means you can use it to breed them. Camels are also quite tall. So tall that any mob that is 2 blocks tall or shorter will not be able to reach the players riding the camels. Spiders, however, are an exception, as they'll still be able to reach you by just climbing, so be careful. While camels have their advantages, like being able to dash or walk over obstacles, they do have some disadvantages. The first is that camels are kinda lazy. They will randomly just sit down, and it's difficult to get them to move again. Camels aren't particularly fast either. I mean, even at max running speed, they're no faster than a donkey. Are you a fan of Minecraft music? Then you'll love this next feature. This is because in 1.20, Mojang has added another music disc. The music disc is called Relic, and it's very retro. This music disc can only be obtained in a trail ruin structure, with an 8.3% chance of it being generated in suspicious gravel. There's a new mob head on the block in 1.20, as you can now obtain piglin heads. That's right, you're able to obtain a piglin head if a piglin dies to a charged creeper. I will say though, it's going to be a challenge getting a charged creeper into the nether. Piglin heads will also flap their ears when it's worn by the player, or if it is powered by redstone. Wearing the piglin head will also reduce the detection range of a piglin by 50%. For the longest time, the only way you could label your bases and locations was with regular old signs. But as of 1.20, Minecraft has added hanging signs. Hanging signs can be placed against walls or hang from blocks. They can also hang on top of each other, which gives builders a new toy to play with. A bonus feature alongside hanging signs is the ability to write on both sides of regular signs. Not only that, but if you make a mistake, you can now edit signs by simply right-clicking on them. I can't even begin to tell you how long I've waited for this feature, it's been so long. Real libraries are now possible with the new Chisel Bookshelf block that's been added in the 1.20 update. These new bookshelves are crafted with 6 planks and 3 wooden slabs, and each bookshelf can store up to 6 books. This includes enchanted books, written books, and book and quills. Mojang have added a brand new boat type into Minecraft, which is called the Raft. The Raft is made out of bamboo and functions exactly the same as a regular boat, and also has a chest variant. The only difference with rafts to boats is that players sit slightly higher in a raft than they do in a boat. Minecraft has really started to jazz things up in 1.20 by adding 4 new soundtracks. The first track is called Familiar Room and it plays in all biomes. The second track is called Bromeliad, I hope I'm saying that right, and it plays in bamboo jungles, cherry groves, flower forests, and jungle biomes. The third track is called Crescent Dunes, which plays in deserts and all types of badland biomes. And finally, we have Echo in the Winds, which plays in cherry groves, lush caves, flower forests, and all type of badland biomes. It's worth noting that all 4 of these new songs will all play on the menu screen. Speaking of the menu screen, the title screen received an update in 1.20 as it now features a cherry grove biome in the background. I love the Cherry Grove biome, man. It's probably one of my new favourites. 1.20 has also added 5 new menu splashes, and those splashes are the following. The sand is sus. Remember to brush your teeth. Has working bookshelves. Sniff sniff. And place hanging sign here. 1.20 has also introduced some really nice quality of life changes, with the first being that you can now re-dye carpet, wall, and beds to any other colour. Another change is that mob heads can now be placed on note blocks without sneaking, which is a very convenient change for not accidentally triggering the note block. In 1.20, a really cool change has been made to mob heads, where if you place them on note blocks, it will now play the ambient sound of that mob when it is powered by redstone. This is going to allow you to play some really horrible pranks on your friends, as you can just play some creeper sounds near them and they'll just be terrified. If you thought slimes and magma cubes couldn't jump high enough, then you're going to like the change in 1.20, as slimes and magma cubes are now affected by the jump boost effect. Okay, I can't lie, watching this slime jump really high is actually kinda scary. Before 1.20, there was something that really pushed my buttons. So basically, before 1.20, polished blackstone buttons took longer to break than other buttons, which was just... why? But yeah, in 1.20, this bug was fixed as all buttons take the same time to break. Here are some 1.20 facts to end off the video, with the first being that the Cherry Grove biome was originally planned to be added by Mojang in 2013. That's right, it took 10 years for the Cherry Blossom biome to be added. Better late than never, I guess. And finally, a fact to end off the video, the 1.20 Trails and Tales update has been released exactly 1 year after the 1.19 Wild update. But anyways, that just about wraps up all the features that have been added in the 1.20 Trails and Tales update. What is your favourite feature in 1.20? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, bye!